Landon Schmidt, Jake Rakuki are the referees. Pat Richardson and Chris Williams, they'll work the lines. Michigan State goes with its top line. Stramel, Martone, and Russell, and right away, right in front, and a quick shot. 8 seconds into the game from Charlie Stramel and Luka DePasqua.
You know, you look at college hockey right now, the good teams are the teams where their players stayed.
They are indeed. Here's Nielsen coming in. Eric Nielsen, a gold medalist with Team Sweden at the World Junior. Played, of course, in the state of hockey. It is Hockey Day, Hockey Weekend in Minnesota. Here's a backdoor look for Lee. Spinorama trying to set up Ben Sagi over there.
Savardian Spinorama created the goal last night and creates a chance here, except for the good read by the Minnesota defenseman. And I'm never sure is that
their player development with Buffalo. Watching some of their prospects. You got Brody Zemer on the other side as well. Here comes the dangerous Mooney cutting right in, and he had another chance off the left pad and back behind the play. Shouty and Luke Middlestat, that's what the crowd is reacting to. And Shouty in front of the Minnesota bench. There's a look at it. Gets into it a little. 5%. In that department, here's Nielsen, shorthanded, comes in, shoots off of DePasqua from Nielsen. Back to 5-on-5 here, 5 minutes gone in the game. Jimmy Clark, good pass ahead. Paulson comes in, shoots, missed the net. Social media, there was a picture that somebody from Indiana had posted about Kurt Signetti's first ever game, and then somebody responded, and there were hardly any.
For Luka DePasqua, how competitive he is and how good a teammate he was in behind Trey Augustine for 2 years. And he's a really, really good goalie who was just playing behind a great one.
Yeah, sure was. Here's a puck down chance for the Gophers, and they score. Sniped in up top, and Brody Lamb gets it by Trey Augustine. And Minnesota, they strike first and lead the hockey game 1-0.
Now Spartans had control, and as Brody Lamb stepped in, little chip off the boards, and there were not one but two Gopher players there, and I think the Gophers talked about that before the game.
Paying us back for a lot of years, and they know the gauntlet of the schedule they've got here. They've still got to play Michigan State again in Minneapolis. Another chance here, walking in there with Zemer. I'll pick Porter Martone, plays it ahead. Russell, then Martone, blew an edge. Stramel couldn't keep. There's a shot fired in off the toe of DePasqua. Yeah. Caden Lindstrom now, Columbus draft pick. Injury plagued the last couple of years, trying to get healthy. Into the slot, Whipple there. And Michigan State's captain, Matt Baskell, will go back in MSU. They'll regroup. You got Stramel out there. You got Lee out there. You got Russell. You got a puck turned over. Here comes Lamb again. And Augustine comes up with a big-time stop there on it. DeMartone down low, one-timer off the left leg there of DePasqua. Low to high, Pascal. Now Lee shoots, and a stop made by DePasqua there. Russell, he draws another penalty. It's going to be a hooking call. They yanked on him, and Michigan State here for 42 seconds, barring any other penalties, will have a 5-on-3.
Led to chances, led to a penalty, and Stramel wins another one. He was 17-11 last night.
So strong at the dot. Lee dishing that puck off. Martone now. Lee high slot down to 15 seconds to go in the 5-on-3 now. Russell. Now Martone. Back and forth, those two go in tight. Stramel, pad save, rebound. Russell gets it to go. And Michigan State's even the score at 1-1 with 7:42 to go with a 5-on-3 power play goal.
Well, Daniel Russell, who scored 3 times last weekend on the road at Wisconsin, ties this game. And as a shooter, you always want to bury it in the back of the net. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes you get the flutter ball rebound, and that's exactly what Daniel Russell did. Kind of the change-up on Luka DePasqua.
That's where we stand here as we tick down on 6 minutes remaining in the opening period. We'll have a draw coming up to another one there. Sticked away by Augustine. Loves the puck down now. Lamb trying to get the shot away, unable to do so. Now Mooney picks it up. And Augustine calmly seized out. Turn the puck over. Basgel finds Martone. Russell will go to the net, into the slot. Stramo, good chance. Wrapping it around. Dying seconds here of the period. And that will do it in a 1-1 tie. Brody Lamb, his 11th. Daniel Russell, his 8th on the power play. Coming up, stick around for the intermission report. It's presented by Auto Owners Insurance.
Man,
I sure did. We'd see him all the time here up on the press level, and you and I were fortunate to do a lot of the games he played in back.
I thought they had a great start.
Yep.
Minnesota got the goal, but isn't that the way sometimes a struggling team? They have the great start, get the 5, and you want to say that in the second half of the season. By the way, it's Star Wars night here at Munn Ice Arena. You want to say second half of the season, there's no longer freshmen, but when you're really young, sometimes it shows all season.
Up top now, Basgel shoots and it went in. Matt Basgel may have gotten that clean. There was a little bit of traffic in front, but Basgel whipping it in from the right point, and a huge goal to begin the second. It's a 2-1 Michigan State lead.
And Matt Basgel and the Spartans defense have taken an offensive posture this weekend. Maxim Sturback scoring last night. Sturback and Basgel each had 3 shots on goal in that first period, and Basgel sails another one in from the right point. There was lots of traffic, kind of a flash screen.
Brosto working him, now Shouty. Tiernan Shouty centers, here's Sturback with a chance, missed the net. Spartans very, very strong push here in the O-zone.
Money out of Pickering, Ontario.
Yep. National Player of the Month, freshman-wise. Augustine had it, lost it. Romani was back.
Nice leader, almost 21 minutes a game.
So Owen West will sit for 2 or less for that hooking call. Minnesota, second power play chance in the game. Didn't get a shot on their first back in period number 1. Tip loose, Ludke there. Augustine got there and made the stop. There was a broken stick. It was busted in 2 different parts out near the left point. That's picked up. Whistle here is a stop by Trey.
Well, there's Gophers power play. Once again, L.J. Mooney. He orchestrates. And a good
The case with all the goalies at the next level, right? But still, I mean, it's impressive to watch him. And there's Lamb trying to go up top there. And it's sent back down the ice here, and now Minnesota will change up some of their personnel on the power play. Now under 50 seconds to go here for the Gophers, looking for the equalizer here with 8.5 to go in period 2. They're up playing in their youth programs, a market that's developed an awful lot of players here in the last decade. Good look now, Lucky shoots, and he missed the net. Had a good clean. Sturback down there using that body and that strength, that size. Low shot, Geary loose in front, looking for it. Minnesota protecting the house, and they get it out. Wing side, Mo fanned on the first attempt, looking for Ludke. Taken away by Ralph. Ralph in, shoots, rebound there. And a big stop there from DePasquo at the horn, Fred.
last thing the Gophers wanted to do is give one up in the final 5 seconds as Colin Ralph, the transfer from St. Cloud, gets the shot away, and Romani, who led the Ontario Hockey League in goals a couple of seasons ago, he's right there sniffing around for the rebound, but DePasquo able to keep it out. So good period for the Gophers again. Shots almost even, but it's the Spartans.
Then all of a sudden they flipped a switch and turned it around. Good low shot, turnaround chance. Lee with a stop there by DePasquo. Another chance, and Riker Lee looking into the rafters after that second one. West pressured by Jimmy Clark. Good move from Lindstrom there on Moore. Addressed him. Good hot shot there. Rebound loose. DePasquo. He's got it covered. Big time pressure from Michigan State.
Well, Caden Lindstrom showing the hands that impressed the scouts as he went 4th overall to Columbus in 2024. and he's just going to keep coming on. Earlier, Riker Lee, who had the game's first goal and 6 shots on net last night.
Third from Michigan State. Coming up on 3 minutes gone in this third period in a 2-1 game. Sturback steered in by Manisto. Middlestat put that up on the rail. Down it comes. Manisto finds it. Manisto's got Jarecki in front. Manisto going to shoot, and he scores! Toby Manisto getting it in and pass Luca to Pasquale, and it's a 2-goal lead for Michigan State.
The Finnish speedster, Tomi Manisto. From the angle, after a good pinch at the blue line, Tiernan Shouty provided support in case the puck got sent past the defenseman, and Menino with a quick cut. Remember, he scored 4 total his first 2 seasons.
Yep.
He's got 9 now.
Product of Finland, played on their World Junior team in 20. He is just a hard-working guy that gives you everything he's got. Big goal there. Now here comes MSU. Lee trying to dangle the leg of the freshman over there, Mooney. Spartans keep it in. Sturback has had a big weekend. He's had some big games against Minnesota. Mention the numbers as we went to break. The shots in the period were 11 rip in favor of Michigan State. Chance in front. Romani turns. Good effort from the freshman. What will this one entail here in 2026? Now, as Fred said, that top unit is now out there. Ludke gains the line, knocked off his stick. Now Mooney plays it up top, running this unit. Luke Middlestat, shot, rebounds there. Luke Middlestat's got it again. Now Zemer, he's got a bunch of power play goals this year. Make it 9 on the season now. And a snapper up top. And Minnesota and Brody Zemer are within 1.
Almost from the same spot that Brody Lamb scored. Same type of shot. The difference, Lamb was in motion, Zemer was stationary, but able to get it away. And we'll see how much traffic Trey Augustine faced. Yeah, he was just making the push left to right.
Off his stick, it was knocked by Lindstrom. Romani, Spartans trying to answer. What a job getting over there behind the Pasquale as Russell looked like he had him beat. Now Russell. Inside of 5 to go in regulation time here in East Lansing. Puck turned over. Strain will shoot. Missed it. Tracks it down. And it's wrapped around and down the ice. Can Minnesota get one more draw? No, they won't. That's the game. Michigan State gets a 3-2 win. 10 straight wins when they've scored 2 or more. And Trey Augustine, another victory for Adam Nightingale. And Bob Motzko and the Gophers battled until the final second.